Ever get totally pulled into a book and something just like throws you for a loop about how we experience the world? Like just completely mind-blowing.
Yeah, definitely.
So I was reading All the Colors in the Dark, and there's this part where the main character, she sees numbers as colors, and it's like a thing. It's not just random. A 5 is always this super vivid green for her. And it made me think, wow, imagine that, like actually perceiving reality that way. It's like, whoa. So that's what we're diving into today. Synesthesia? Have you heard of this?
Absolutely. It's a really fascinating phenomenon.
It's basically like sensory overload, but like in a cool way, where your senses get all mashed up. Like some people taste words or they hear colors, wild stuff, right?
There are so many different ways that synesthesia can manifest.
Well, we're going to focus on what we saw in the book with the whole number color thing, which is called what again?
That's grapheme color synesthesia.
Right, grapheme color synesthesia. Okay.
Yeah, and with this one, it's like letters and numbers have this built-in color for people who experience it.
So instead of just seeing like black and white on a page, it's like, bam, a green 5 right there.
Exactly. It's like a whole other dimension to their reading experience.
I can't even imagine that would change everything. So someone with this condition, reading a book, doing math, it's just different for them.
Totally. And it's consistent for them too, so that 5 is always going to be green for that person.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it's not like a free-for-all of colors every time they see a number, but is it the same for everyone with this type of synesthesia? Like, is a 5 always green for everyone who has this?
That's a great question. And actually, no. It's very individual. Think of it like a brain fingerprint. Your green 5 might be my red 5.
Wow. So it really is unique to each person. That's incredible. So what's happening in the brain to make this happen? Why do some people have these crossed senses?
You know, there's still a lot we don't know, but one of the main theories is called cross-activation. It suggests that different areas of the brain, ones that are normally separate, are kind of wired together in people with synesthesia.
So for someone with grapheme color synesthesia, the part that processes numbers is like talking to the color processing part.
Exactly. It's like there's extra wiring or stronger connections between those areas.
Wow, that makes so much sense. It's cool how science can explain these things, but it still feels kind of magical, you know? Like this whole other way of experiencing the world is fascinating to me.
Yeah, I agree. It really highlights how subjective our experience of reality really is.
Totally. We all have our own unique brains that filter and interpret everything. This deep dive has really got me thinking differently. Like what we call reality is really just our brain's interpretation of it. And with synesthesia, it's like we're getting a glimpse into how different those interpretations can be, even with something as basic as numbers and colors.
Absolutely. And even without synesthesia, we all experience the world in our own individual ways. Our past experiences, our beliefs, our mood at any given moment. It all colors how we perceive things, no pun intended.
Right. And I think that's such an important thing to remember, especially in today's world. We're so quick to judge or dismiss others, but we rarely stop to consider that their version of reality might be completely different from ours, and that's okay. It's like maybe instead of trying to convince everyone to see the world our way, we should be more open to understanding and appreciating the beauty of those different perspectives. Maybe that's what synesthesia can teach us, you know, to embrace the diversity of human experience and recognize that there's no one right way to perceive the world. So the next time you encounter someone with a different viewpoint, remember those colored numbers. It might just open your mind to a whole new way of seeing things.